and only best friend.
You just get rejected and you give up.
And you either get picked or you get a no. You could get scouted on the road. It's just like put this on, because of the misconception about modeling. They feel like models can go naked. And mind your business, oh mind your business.
Hey loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Raee Aimola, and if it's not your first time, hi and thanks for coming back. So today we have a special person in our midst, my best friend. She's actually an international fashion model, and I was like,
the one and only best friend. Say it again. One and only best friend. Proceed. Thank you. Thank you.
She forced me to say this. My one and only.
Okay, continue. Let's
my
go.
one and only best friend, who is an international fashion model. And today we're actually asking her some questions, mostly like interview questions, and for like models, upcoming models, because we have a lot, especially in her DMs. They're always doing like, please, what should I do? What should I tap in? Watch this so that I can know what to do, and you don't need to go into DMs. You know how to go about it, because we'll be spilling so many tea. So let's get right into the video. Okay, the first thing is, can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Okay, hi guys, I'm Favor Edwards. I'm an international fashion model. I've been modeling for 4 years now.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I'm from Imo State, Nigeria. I'm a student, currently in my 400 level. And I'm my best friend.
How and when did you start modeling?
I started modeling in 2018, but I started officially modeling in 2019. So like 2018 was development, and then 2019 was runway.
Oh, okay. So that means she's a runway model. How was your first gig like?
It was exciting. It was so many emotions in one day. I was anxious, I was happy. It was amazing. I had fun.
So what major brands have you worked for?
I've worked for Dolce & Gabbana. I've worked for Hugo Boss, for Trisadi, and some like Italian brands. So yeah, I've also worked for Blisco, Lisa Folabiyo. Yeah, just name them.
What's the toughest part of being a model?
Getting no as an answer. As a model, I think you just have to have like a thick skin for rejection. So you get a lot of no's, but then you still get yeses. So don't just, I mean, it's tough when you're starting, but I think you just have to get used to it. Yeah, that's like one of the toughest aspects. There are more tough aspects, but like this is the most.
You don't have a tough skin, like she said. You just get rejected and you give up. You just cry and you give up. But when you get rejected and keep pushing, I mean, every day cannot be a no now.
Yeah, you definitely get a yes. You will get a yes.
Is it important for models working together to be friends?
Yes, I would say yes, because nobody's an island, right? So when you have friends in the industry, you get to learn from them. You don't know it all, so you can't just be on your own. You have to make friends. Modeling is not just about being a beautiful girl or being a tall girl and all those stuff. No, it's more about your personality. So if you're just like the person that sits one place, don't talk to nobody on your own, you could be that kind of person. But then if you're a model, you have to socialize, you have to make friends. They need to know that you are happy, you're not just always sad, because when you just like stay on your own, they don't feel like they can connect with you. And if you're shooting, photographer needs to connect with you, the stylist needs to have a bit of you, so you need to show personality. You can't just be on your own, and then when you go for castings you just sit on your own. Trust me, they see all of that. So yeah, it's important to have friends.
What's casting like? Somebody who's trying to be in the game that is not yet in the game doesn't understand what casting is like. So what's casting?
So casting is like an audition, the way people go for auditions for movies and all those things. So it's just like the modeling industry kind of audition. You go for a casting call, you see a lot of girls, boys, beautiful girls, and you either get picked or you get a no. Even if you see so many people, just know you'd either get a yes or no. So it's just like an audition for the modeling industry.
How important is it like for people to collaborate? Or I think I should put it like, how does collaboration affect you as a model?
Collaboration is a very strong aspect of modeling. Like I said before, you can't be an island. So for models, you have a model portfolio. A model portfolio is like a book where you have your pictures, your best pictures, your statistics, that's your waist, your hips, your height. And then if you don't collaborate with photographers, designers as a model, you most likely have an empty portfolio, and that's not good for your brand as a model. That's not good for any model. You have to, because your portfolio is like your selling point. When you go for a casting, you are either with your portfolio or your com card, right? So if your portfolio is empty because you don't think it's important to do collaborations, you don't get paid for collaborations. Let me just put it out there, right?
Of course, collaboration, yes.
So when you don't do collaborations, when you don't collaborate with photographers, makeup artists, stylists, and all of those, your portfolio is most likely to be empty, and it's your portfolio that gets you jobs, right? So when your portfolio is empty, how do you get jobs to even put in your professional portfolio? So it's key to collaborate.
What's the perfect height for like a model? I'm talking about female models now. If I want to become an international model, what's like the perfect height I need to?
I wouldn't say there is a perfect height. There is no perfect height. The modeling industry changes every time. So there is no perfect height, and there are different kinds of modeling. So there are face models, nails models. You don't need height for face modeling, but the one I do, which is the runway high fashion model, I would say the minimum height requirement for international high fashion modeling is 5'9", and in centimeters, that's not 5'9" feet tall or 175 centimeters.
175 centimeters or 5'9"
feet tall.
Okay.
But I'm not saying if you're shorter than that, you can't. You can be 1 out of 100. That's just the standard for now. You could go higher. Who knows?
So you said something about com card when you were talking about like your portfolio. Please, can you tell us what com card is?
A com card is, like I said, portfolio is a book containing your pictures. A com card is a sheet of paper. So it's not like the paper texture. It's more like a thick paper containing your statistics. But the picture in your com card has to be a nice picture, because it's just a sheet. Casting directors don't get to flip through your portfolio right now. So giving them your com card has to have a picture that makes them say, yes, I want this girl. Your com card has to have that picture. You know what I mean by that picture? Com card has your Polaroid, which is the natural picture you take without jewelries, makeup. You could wear slight makeup, very slight, not extreme makeup, and then the other, so it's like a sheet of paper, so it has front and back, right? The back should have like a full length picture showing full length.
How do I get scouted?
So you get scouted by going for casting calls, open calls. I already explained casting. So if you follow model agencies, you know when they have their casting calls for new faces. So you could go to one of those and get scouted. That is one. If you're trying to be a model, you should follow model agencies, so you know when they need new faces. Then you go for their castings. That's one. You could also get scouted by models. That's what it's called. You check models. You would see so many agencies there, international agencies in your country, and all of those. You could send them emails. You would see where you can apply as a new face, apply to get signed as a new face. You fill all the details they provided to you. Most times they'll ask for your Polaroid. You should have that if you're trying to get signed. Your walking videos, because they mostly ask for that.
The general catwalking videos.
Yeah, you should have that on your phone, so you could just put it up on the website or wherever they provided for you to attach that file. And you can also get scouted on Instagram by the agency, and you can get scouted. Yeah, you could get scouted on the road, but those ones are just by luck. If you want to go for it because you really want it, yes, you should go for casting calls, and then
don't wait for the
shoot your shots. Go for casting calls. If they did not assign you as casting calls, send DMs, because they most likely not respond to you. Go to their website. You would see the file. Look for their emails. Look for the booker. Look for the scouts lead. Send them emails. You need to get it because you want.
Because how would you react if you were asked to do a shoot you were not comfortable with? Like,
I've been in that situation before, and when you're starting, you don't have all the experience. You are still scared, let's be honest. So let me just use my scenario to give an answer. So this one time I was doing a collaboration. This was my first year. Is it stylist or designer asked me to wear something I wasn't comfortable in. I didn't outrightly, this was back then, not now. So I'll give you two scenarios. Then I didn't know how to put it to the stylist that I didn't want to wear what he was giving me, or I wasn't comfortable with it. So it was just like, put this on, put that on, and I was just holding it because it's like, put it on. I wasn't comfortable with wearing something like that. So I went to meet the photographer and asked him to give me something to cover up because the outfit was too open. So because it was a big designer and this was my first year, I wasn't that bold enough to speak up. So I just spoke to the photographer instead because the photographer was nice. So if you're in this situation and you don't know what to do, instead of just putting on what you don't want and end up just ruining the pictures or hating yourself when you go back home for not doing anything about the situation. When you're shooting, just try to connect with somebody. Is either the photographer, the makeup artist, the stylist, anybody. Just connect to anybody on set. And if you find yourself in that situation, speak to that person you connected to. Just tell them how you feel. In my case, I couldn't talk to the designer, so I spoke to the photographer instead. So just tell them how you feel. If you need to cover up, let them know. They would help you talk to the designer. So the photographer told the designer that, oh, I don't think she's comfortable in this outfit. Can we do this instead? Can we do that instead? And the designer was fine with it. Nobody is going to force you to do what you don't want to do. If you find yourself in a place where you are being forced to do what you don't want to do because of the misconception about modeling, they feel like models can go naked and they don't care. They just go naked because they are models. So if you are being forced, you can leave the shoot. Just go home. If you don't want to, just go home. They're not doing you a favor. Without you on that set, nothing is going to happen. The photographer is not going to become the model. The designer won't wear his clothes. They need you.
So the last question here is, how do you handle a situation where a photographer does not properly direct you? That's the case of the shoot now. How do you handle that situation?
Some photographers, they are professionals. See, let me just tell you my story. My first test shoot, so I was signed this month. I knew nothing about modeling.
What is a test shoot? Because you have come and said test shoot.
A test shoot is introducing a person to being comfortable in front of the camera, posing in front of the camera. Some people don't like cameras, but they would be an amazing model if they could get comfortable with camera. So that kind of person needs to do test shoots. Some people love cameras, so it's not only for people that don't like cameras or don't like pictures. It's for everybody. Once you get signed, you must do test shoots. So it's just making you get familiar with your poses, your body, your best features, what pose would come out in pictures, your best side, knowing your best side,
your angles,
your angles, that's the word. My first test shoot as a model, I didn't know anything about modeling, and then my first test shoot was this big photographer. He's like a professional. They don't have time to be directing you. They feel like you're a model, so
you know what you're doing.
Pose, do your thing. And I was clueless. I was in front of this guy and he's just shooting. I was just doing the normal, you know, when you take normal pictures, the poses you do, there are model poses and then there are Instagram poses. No, I was just doing the normal picture poses, and the man was getting frustrated because he's a big photographer. He does not understand directing you. Why is he directing you? Do your job. So that shoot was a huge nightmare for me because I felt embarrassed. I didn't know what I was doing. I could see the frustration in his face. Me, I was tired. I was like, just get me out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go home. So it's not the photographer's responsibility to direct you. Like in my case, it was my first time in front of a professional photographer, and the guy was not directing me. He just let me do my thing, and I never saw the pictures to that test shoot. I never saw the pictures. That was at the end of the shoot, and he never shot me again. So not all photographers will direct you. They feel like you should know what you're doing. It's left to you to tell the photographer, oh, this is my first time, can you direct me? Usually they share mood boards. A mood board is similar pictures a photographer is trying to shoot with you. He's not going to copy the picture exactly, just like setting the mood. If you are like shooting a dress, he's going to share a dress mood board for you. Like, so you don't just be posing edgy when you are supposed to be posing sexy. Do you get? So yeah, that's a mood board. Sometimes they share mood boards to you, but sometimes the photographers are nice and they would direct you. If you get a good photographer for your first time, you would love modeling. So yeah, it's not the photographer's responsibility to direct you if you don't know what you are doing. As a model, you should know what you're doing. You should practice your poses. You should get to know your angles. You should get comfortable. Take your phone, do your pictures by yourself. Don't expect the photographer to direct you. If the photographer is nice, he will direct you if he's not getting what he wants. But don't put it like, I'm going for a shoot today and the photographer is going to direct me. No, he will not do that.
So we've come to the end of all the questions. And we'd like you to actually advise aspiring models, the ones that are into it but they are not yet big. So we'd like you to advise them on like what to do, do's and don'ts, how to carry themselves, and like,
do not compare yourself to anybody. This is what kills models. Do not compare yourself. You would, especially when you go for castings, you would see beautiful girls. You ask yourself, am I even supposed to be here? What am I doing here? Am I even worthy? When you start doing that, you are killing yourself. You are you. There is no other you. So do not compare yourself with anybody. Try and work on your self-esteem if it's not there yet, because modeling is going to test you. It's going to test your life. So just try and build your self-esteem and your confidence. Self-love is key. Is key, is everything. If you don't love yourself, I don't know how somebody else will love you. I don't know how a casting director will see you and want you if you don't even want yourself. So build your self-love, love yourself. That's the starting point to everything. Love yourself and mind your business. So mind your business. Drink water and mind your business. Casting director, I heard this. Oh, this photographer is that. Don't be. Drink water and mind your business. Don't even try to be that girl. Don't be that boy. because whoever you're gossiping with might be the friend of the casting director. You never know, and you might never get jobs because casting directors, they cast for jobs.
Yeah.
So just drink water and try and mind your business.
Alright guys, I know that we've spilled so many teas, so many questions that has been bugging you. You want to start, you just need a push. This is her pushing you to do what you want to do. Become that girl.
Pushing you.
Become that girl. Go and do it. Go and
do it. You can. You are
will.
enough.
Yeah.
You
do not
are
underestimate
enough.
yourself and your abilities. So
you don't
yes,
have to be the most beautiful girl on the street.
and you don't have to be the tallest girl.
It's you.
Thank you for answering. Thank you for spilling the tea. Thank you for telling us what and what not to do. And thank you for your time. And thank you for joining us because we love. I know that you people love and we like to see our face again. We like to see our face again. For any other thing, comment. If you have other questions too, you can tell me. I'll relate to her. You follow her on her Instagram.
Favor.edwards.
Instagram, see how amazing she's doing, and I mean you can build your confidence from that. Up to the end of today's video, guys, and do all those nice things you used to do. Like,
subscribe. You guys like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications.
Yes, and share
Share
to your friends,
videos.
to your
Share to
family.
whoever you feel like needs to hear what I have
Yeah,
said.
share to
in this
upcoming
video.
models, share
to
them, because
them.
a lot of people are asking questions.
And don't forget to subscribe to this amazing YouTube channel.
So if you'd like to see more, like Chia said, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay hydrated, stay happy, and stay blessed. Until next time.